guys, welcome back to my channel, which is not channel in Spanish, but I have like a problem with like trying to pronounce things weird. Like at work, I call my dad's lamb Meduzaloom because why not? First of all, welcome to a new room in my parents' house. Second thing, yes, I did get a haircut. I cut my hair, I didn't get a haircut. So if you think it looks good, thank you, I did it myself. And if you think it looks bad, it's because I did it myself. So today I figured I'm sick of talking about school and making videos related to school because it's just not what I want to do 24/7. So I figured when I filmed my last video, it made me want to do a what's on my iPhone video, and I love watching them. So I figured, what the hey, let's join in on the fun, shall we? So that's what we're going to do today. I guess let's just jump right into it. Hopefully I can frame it right and the lighting doesn't suck. Let's see, maybe I should sit up and not have awful posture. So let's just get started real quick. I have the iPhone 8 Plus. Funny story, not so funny, because we all know I film with my phone, so how is this happening? I'm using my mom's phone, which is my old iPhone 10. I got it when it first came out, obviously, because I'm psychotic. But I used it for a while, ended up really hating Face ID, and so I said,
Mom, you don't even love your phone. Why don't you take this?
And then I got the 8 Plus because I love Touch ID, and Apple did Touch ID really well. So that's where we're at with that. But I have the product red because, like I mentioned before, once they did the product red with the black front, ooh, it looks nice. So basically we're just gonna work our way from top to bottom, I guess is how people do it. But we have the stuff no one cares about. We have calendar, clock, photos, and mail that like every once in a while I try to like keep organized, which basically means me marking everything as red. But obviously that hasn't happened in a while. Next we have camera, Google Maps. I have all the fun YouTube stuff because I can use YouTube Studio now, so that's fun. So I have its own little separate thing for that. iStudies Pro, I learned about it from America. I'll put her link down below. She's one of the girls I mentioned. She's in med school and I watch her vlogs. But this pretty much is just like my whole calendar, and I have my assignments in here. Look, these are the ones I've done. Very exciting things so far. Constipation, diarrhea, IBS, infectious diarrhea, nausea, vom. It's been a great start of the semester. And I have an antibiotic quiz coming up on Wednesday that I haven't looked at yet, so that should be fun. But this is pretty much how I do it all, and it'll tell me all that fun stuff. And like, so I have my first exam on the 29th in druglet analysis, so again, that's something. But this is what I use pretty much to keep everything on track and keep myself organized. Next we have bus and parking. Also, I forgot to mention, I like reorganized my whole phone probably about a month ago, because my whole idea was if I put everything in folders, I can just keep everything on one page and I won't have to like swipe around. Obviously you can see there's apps on the other side, so that really didn't work out too well. So I thought it would save time in like finding apps, but now I can't find anything because I don't know what folder I put it in. So there's that. Anyway, bus and parking. I live in Oakland, so I need to use the bus a lot. So I have Go Mobile Pittsburgh, which is just, you can pay like the parking meters through an app, so you don't actually have to go put money in them. Transit, which is just a bus app. Bus Gazer is a bus app that they made specifically for like the PAT buses. That's fun. And it like tracks them all. Ride Systems is what I use to track the shuttles that I can take to school and work and stuff. And then Uber, I have but I don't really use, but I feel like I'd be failing as a 24-year-old if I didn't have Uber. So next is Maps. I said I have Google Maps. That's what I usually use, but just in case that's like, I don't know, being weird, I use Waze and Apple Maps. Next, oh boy, see, I tried not to talk about school and here we are talking about school. So it's my medical folder. We pretty much had to have these for a thing we do. We like go to like senior centers and like old people homes and like talk to them about their medications, and so we needed these. These are all through Micromedics that I like get through the school, so I don't have to pay for them. So we have drug reference, up to date, the CDC vaccine schedule, and interaction checker. So I guess we'll just jump in there quick. And it does this every time you go, and you have to like download new content because things are changing every day. Any minute now. Okay. So basically this is what happens, what it looks like. You can go through and look at a bunch of drugs. Let's see, let's look at good old acetaminophen. Good old acetaminophen. So basically I can tell you like dosing, mechanism of action. Oh, why didn't nitric oxide pop up? That's another thing that happens. It's really kind of glitchy, which is just great when you're trying to help patients. But let's see, why was it on nitric oxide? That was something, I think for every cardio exam, I had to know the mechanism of action of nitric oxide, and to this day, I couldn't tell you. So let's find out, shall we? Relaxes vascular smooth muscle. Interesting. I don't know what I said. I just think I put like causes vasodilation. I don't know. Too bad we couldn't see acetaminophen. That's just stuck on nitric oxide. Okay, moving on. Up to date, that's where you can just get like literature and all that stuff for evidence-based medicine. CDC vaccine schedule. This pretty much just if you have a patient and you don't know what they need. Well, we're not adolescents. Let's not do that. Adults, that's what we are. So you basically can just go and pick each whatever age range, and it'll tell you what they need and how to do it. So like RZV or the ZLV are the shingles vaccines. I can tell you how you should administer it, if they've gotten one already, if they haven't, blah, blah, blah. So that's pretty much what we have to use that for. Interactions, like I said, you just put in 2 drugs, it tells you if they interact. Good times. On to notes. This is pretty self-explanatory. I used to be on the hunt for like the best like to-do list app, and I don't even use them. I use Notes pretty much. So I have Google Keep, reminders, to do, and notes. Notes is pretty much where I have everything because it's familiar. It's home to me. Phone, pretty boring. Phone, FaceTime contacts. Randoms is where I put everything that I didn't have a specific folder for. So I have Wallet that I don't use, Safari that I don't use, Measure, which is fun to do sometimes. I measured my roommate when we first got it. I think it was right. I don't know. She's 4'10", so she's not that big. Papers is a wallpaper app, Weather Channel. Spotify, used to use Spotify, now I don't. A few years ago, my debit card got stolen, and so when I got a new one, I tried to like re-put in the numbers to like have it bill or whatever, and it just wouldn't work, and I talked to them for like days and nothing worked, so I said, I can't do it anymore. So rest in peace. Vellum, that's another wallpaper app that I actually found out from watching someone's puts on my iPhone videos. It's really good. It's what my wallpaper is now. Amazon and Apple TV that I don't have. Next is school, and if you watch my how I use my iPad video, you already know what's in here because it looks exactly the same. So we have Blackboard, Quizlet, OneNote, GoodNotes, Voice Memos, Joe Mobile, Google Drive, Calculator. Turning Point is like what we use when like the professor wants like audience responses, I guess that's what they're called. So we use Turning Point. Khan Academy, they have a bunch of great videos on things. I think I watched their heart failure video like 600 times, honestly. LinkedIn, Google Docs, Slides, and books. Exciting. Socials is pretty much everything that's on the bottom there. Messenger, because you have to have a separate app for that now. Dumb. GroupMe, because in school we work in groups a lot, and we work in groups of 5 or 6, I guess. And there's always one person that does not have an iPhone. So that's what that is reserved for. And Bitmoji, because Bitmoji is fun. Watch, I have obviously an Apple Watch. And so I have Watch, Activity, and Health. Pretty self-explanatory. But the new Apple Watches have the EKG feature or whatever. And let me tell you, when that first came out, I took so many. How do I get all data? There we go. So I friggin' loved it. The 9th 1, 2, 3 that day, 1, 2 that day, 1, 2, 3 that day. It's just fun. In cardio, I really liked the arrhythmia section, which is all about looking about EKGs and everything like that. So I really enjoyed that. But there's one where the day of my, if you watch my like finals vlogs, there was that day where I like ran to catch the bus and I missed the bus, so I had to walk up the hill. And it took my EKG once I got up there, and I think it was this one. It was inconclusive, which is just great. It tells you it doesn't check for heart attacks, it's just for AFib, which is an EKG that is irregularly irregular. So that's pretty much it. But it's a fun time, and I like looking at them. Maybe one day I'll get AFib and I'll be able to use that. But until then, I'll just take it and it'll tell me I have a normal sinus rhythm. Anyway, moving on. Work is boring. I hid the stuff so you can't actually see where I work, but I just have like my email, and you have to have that thing to get into your email. And Google Sheets is how we do our schedule. Next is Vids with a Z, naturally. I have Hulu, which I pay for myself. Netflix is my parents. And then Tingles is my ASMR app because I don't pay for, what is it, YouTube Premium, YouTube Red? I don't know what it is. So you can't like lock your phone and like go to sleep. Also, I don't think you can set a timer. You probably can, I just don't know how to do it. But Tingles is what I use for my ASMR when I go to sleep. The more you know. Stream, Xfinity again. I use my parents because I don't have cable. And Kindle. I used to be a big like ebook person, but now I like real books. I like holding books and paper. Next is just my banking stuff, which is boring. Then I have Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. I would say I definitely use Instagram and Twitter the most. Facebook I don't post on it anymore. I just like go on it to like look at other people. I think the last thing I like posted was when I got my white coat maybe, and that was last year, so doing great. Instagram, follow me. Snapchat, I talk to the same 3 people every single day. And Twitter, also follow me. Next, shortcuts. Oh, what is that? I think I saw this in someone else's video and it looked handy and I couldn't figure it out, so you're supposed to be able to like, I just had no like use for any of the things. I don't know. Maybe one day I'll figure it out. Until then, it's just gonna sit there. Next we have Apple. And that is what you would imagine it to be. Apple Store, iTunes, iMovie, Files, App Store, Find My iPhone, Weather, and Podcasts. I used to be big into the podcasts, especially like the true crime ones. I need to get back on that because when I used to drive to Johnstown a lot, to UPJ, I would listen to podcasts a lot. Next we have camera, but there is no camera. Layout, boomerang, face swap, and good old Facetunes. I'm not a crazy Facetuner. There are some people out there that are. I mean, if you can make it look good, more props to you. People just use the smooth thing too much and it just looks ridiculous. Anyway, moving on. Food, I have Panera, Noodles and Company, Yelp, I don't use. No Wait, I think I downloaded one time to go to one restaurant. Mercury, which is not food at all. Or I don't know how to say it. My roommate uses that a lot. She loves buying used things. And then I have the grocery app from Walmart where you just buy everything on there and go pick it up. And then Starbucks, which I am no longer a gold member for. I got the email that said I've been put back in green member status. I just don't buy coffee that much anymore because I don't go anywhere. And we have like a Starbucks in our building at school, but they don't use the points, so it was like pointless for me to even try. Next I have games. I have Roller Coaster Tycoon Classic. I pretty much got this because my boyfriend really loves Roller Coaster Tycoon, and so I think I bought like the computer version for him for some kind of holiday, and now it's just too old to like work on computers, so I got this to make him jealous, and he didn't even like it, so whatever. But I still played it, so it was fun. Geometry, I thought it was called Geometry Dash. I don't know. The Room, 1010, everyone played 1010. Candy Crush, everyone played Candy Crush. Tiny Wings, I had Tiny Wings back when I had an iPod because that was what you did. Black, oh god, I bought this. I don't even know why. It was like featured as like an app or something, and I was like, it looked like a brain teaser type deal, so I was like, oh, I love those. And I can't figure it out. You have to like get, oh gosh, I just don't know. You have to get all the colors, but you can't do anything with, you can't hit the black ones, and so I just don't, you're supposed to make a pattern that's supposed to like, one more. Yeah, I don't know. That's like levels 2. Compass, don't know why that's in there. Trivia Crack with no ads because, again, I'm psychotic. Cooking Fever, I'm pretty sure I just bought that because Chrissy Teigen had it. Trivia Crack, and Dumb Ways to Die, which I thoroughly enjoy. Google Translate, I downloaded this the other day because I actually needed it at work. Ember's my little mug thing. It's not here now, so it won't connect to anything. My mom got me an Ember mug for Christmas that pretty much you pick what temperature you want it to be at. And that's what it does. That's how I pay my rent. Seconds is an app that I bought because of, it's just always because of someone. Because of Glam and Gore, Mikey. She's like training for like this competition thing, and I watched her do her thing on like the treadmill. And she's like, I use this app and it tells me what to do. And I said, that's what I need in my life. I don't want to try and figure it out. Just someone buzzes every time I have to do something. So I got that. Really enjoy it. It's for like intervals and we're almost done here. Next I have UNIF, and I pretty much just got that because I wanted to buy a jacket. I did buy it, but when I was on the website it was like 20% off your first order like from the app, and I said worth it. Let's see, is it still in here? Yeah. It's just so, I'm into yellow all of a sudden. Anyway, moving on. Last but not least, we have the ChickFilA app. Is my posture getting worse this whole video? Probably, honestly. The ChickFilA app I downloaded like the other day because someone told me if you download it, you can get a free sandwich. So I was all about that. Downloaded it. Couldn't find anywhere that told me I would get a free sandwich. So I went to Taco Bell instead because I was disappointed. And that pretty much wrapped, I guess the four on the bottom, iMessages, Chrome, music, and settings. Pretty exciting. Did I show you my wallpaper? I guess this background is pretty boring. So does it still screen record, do you think? Nope, it doesn't. That's great. Okay, well you can't see my wallpaper, so let's figure out, this is my wallpaper. Let's pretend that's my lock screen. That's what it is. It's actually from that vellum. See, I can't find anything. It's from vellum actually, so if you want nice wallpapers, go download that. But that pretty much wraps it up. So let me stop this and get back in the middle. But anyway, that is pretty much it. I didn't want to talk about school, and yet somehow we ended up talking about school in there somehow. And that was my what's on my iPhone video. And it's not sponsored by Best Fiends, which, man, if it was, look how many games I have. I'd be so good at it. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, give it a big thumbs up if you liked it. Also, sad news, long story short, my boyfriend said my, how I studied with my iPad was gonna be my best video, and it was just gonna, go viral and stuff. First of all, it didn't, but it's also, I got my first dislike. But I don't really care. So, like I always say, if you guys want to see anything in particular, just let me know down below and I can try to do it. But until then, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.